Magandang araw at magandang gabi po sa mga nakakapanood sa gabi at sa lahat po ng naabot ng video nito. Welcome po dito sa AMD o Avoy Mix Videos. Ngayon po ay may balita po tayo mula po dito kay Indo-Pacific Report. At ito ay tungkol sa Pilipinas, no? At good news para sa akin, o hindi ko lang, para sa inyo good news, no? Kasi tungkol sa nandito na sa Pilipinas ang pinaka malaking military base sa buong mundo, eh may mga karagdagang trabaho pa para sa ating mga Pilipino dahil dito na rin gagawin ang mga bala, no? Mga bala na gagamitin sa pandigma, bala sa pandigma, weaponized. So, para maintindihan po natin maigi, panoorin po natin ang kahit 6 na minuto sa video kasi napakamahaba po ito so para makapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapag
Middle end, top one, window on the inside.
Base po yan sa rekomendasyon ng U.S. Congressional Appropriations Committee na mas maging magtayo ang U.S. ng isang forward ammunition manufacturing site sa Subic Base.
Once the jewel of American military power in Asia, Subic Bay is now poised for a dramatic transformation once again. The proposed establishment of a U.S. ammunition and logistics hub in Subic Bay, described by some as the world's largest, represents a pivotal shift in U.S.-Philippine defense relations. The project, located within the Subic Bay Freeport Zone, with its deep-water harbor capable of hosting carriers, is framed as the most significant U.S. defense investment in the Philippines since the Cold War. At its core, the hub's scale and strategic importance lie in providing forward-deployed logistics and ammunition capacity directly facing the South China Sea, just 1,100 kilometers from both Shenzhen and Taipei.
No? So, mukhang malawak nga to at malaki. At sinasabi nga, world biggest, no? Military forward ito ng Amerika dito sa Pilipinas. Protection na rin natin, no? Laban sa mapag-angking mga Chinese, no? Hindi ko na sinasabi yung mga mamamayan nila. Ang tinutukoy ko dito, yung Chinese government.
U.S. leaders call it essential to filling the Indo-Pacific's gap in forward-stage munitions, while Manila frames it as part of its self-reliant defense posture, with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. bluntly asking, "Are we not already a target for China?"
Since the threat has grown, we must do more to defend our territory.
The geopolitical implications are immense. For Washington, Subic fits into the broader pivot to Asia, enhancing logistics and power projection across the First Island chain. For Manila, it reinforces sovereignty amid clashes at Second Thomas Shoal and supports a rules-based order anchored in the 2016 arbitral ruling. More broadly, Subic's revival is...
Sabi, no, ang lalaki ng barko ng ng US, ano? At talagang makita mo lang panghihinaan ka na ng loob, no? Kung kakalabanin mo ba o atakihin mo, no? Pero mukhang ito ay tinatapatan ng China, no? Nagpapalakihan sila ng barko at siyempre nagpaparamihan din. At nandun pa rin ang pambubuli ng China sa ating mga Pilipino.
Revival is meant to counterbalance China's naval expansion and secure vital shipping lanes, making it a frontline in the U.S.-China rivalry. This move carries risks alongside benefits. For the Philippines, the hub promises enhanced security and jobs, while also raising fears of sovereignty, erosion, domestic instability, and Chinese retaliation. The country faces a delicate balancing act, leveraging U.S. protection and economic dividends while avoiding being dragged into a direct superpower confrontation. The return of Subic Bay is thus not merely the reactivation of an old base, it is the opening act of a new era. It embodies the Philippines' strategic repositioning, Washington's Indo-Pacific surge, and Beijing...
So, hindi nga ito yung tinatawag na pagbabalik, ano? Kasi, dati po talagang base militar na po ng Amerikano yan, mga Amerikano. At pinaalis natin sila, no? At hindi ito yung noon. Ito na yung bago. Mas pinatindi. no, mas pinalaki, no, at mas makapangyarihan kaysa dati.
Growing challenge. Whether shield or lightning rod, Subic Bay's rebirth marks one of the most consequential shifts in Asia's defense landscape in a generation.
American military airplane. You are operating my military security air. Please go away quickly in order to avoid the long judgment.
I am operating with due regard as required under international law.
Grabe, ang ganda ng intro pa lang to ni Indo-Pacific Report, no? Pero napakaganda na. Mahaba po itong video na ito, no? Kaya sinisilip lang po natin yung kakaunti nitong video, yung aabot sa oras natin at nang makapanood pa kayo ng marami. Sige, tuloy po natin.
The revival of Subic Bay as a U.S. military logistics hub is no ordinary project. It represents the creation of an advanced ammunition manufacturing and storage facility within the Subic Bay Freeport Zone. Unlike traditional bases that focus on docking fleets or housing troops, this new hub would be specifically designed to ensure a steady and immediate supply of munitions for U.S. and allied forces operating across the Indo-Pacific. Its placement in Subic is no accident. The bay's natural deepwater harbor remains one of the few in the world capable of hosting the largest naval vessels, including aircraft carriers, making it an irreplaceable strategic asset for forward deployed operations. From Washington's perspective, the project fills a critical gap in America's force posture in Asia.
And then additionally, we had the maritime portion, which had us operating with Ashland and the Philippine ship Tarlac, conducting some maritime operations off the coast.
U.S. President Donald Trump once declared, "We'll have more ammunition than any country has ever had." A remark that
Grabe, no? You have more ammunition than any country, no? Tayo na yung pinakamaraming bala, no? Pinakamaraming sandata sa anumang bansa dahil dito na gagawin yung mga bala na yan, no? Dito na gagawin yung mga sandata na yan, no? Dito sa Subic. Dati po kasing yung alam ko, Hanjin yan, no? Yung paggawa ng barko dyan at pinakamalaki nga yan sa buong mundo noon. At ngayon ay gagamitin na po ng US yung kampo na yan at siguradong makikinabang naman po mga Pilipino, lalo na yung malapit dyan. Mga skilled worker natin, mga factory worker na pwede magtrabaho sa paggawaan ng bala na yan.
Captured the logic behind forward staging munitions in the Indo-Pacific. The U.S. House Committee on Appropriations reinforced this rationale when it directed the Department of Defense to conduct a feasibility study, noting the lack of a forward-staged ammunition manufacturing facility in the Indo-Pacific. For U.S. planners, the hub isn't just about Subic. It's about ensuring rapid, uninterrupted resupply in a theater where time and distance can determine the outcome of a conflict. For the Philippines, the return of a U.S. military facility at Subic carries both symbolic and practical significance. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has defended the plan under his administration's self-reliant defense posture policy, arguing, "Are we not already a target for China? I think what we have to be thinking about is protecting the Philippines." His remarks frame the issue not as an invitation for foreign entanglement, but as a pragmatic step to reinforce national defense in the face of mounting Chinese aggression in the West Philippine Sea. Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro Jr. has added that the project will not simply be a military installation, but will also follow a commercial foreign direct investment model.
I believe the original...
So, sa pagtatayo po ng basing militar dyan, hindi naman ho nangangulugan magiging target na tayo ng China o ng iba pang malalaking bansa. Meron man o wala yan, talagang target naman nila tayo noon pa. Di ba? Mas maigi na andyan yan. No? At baka sakaling hindi na nila tayo targetin kasi alam nila, tagilid sila. Alam nila na hindi sila uubra kung nandyan ang isa sa pinakamalakas na puwersa sa buong mundo, ang Amerika. Kaya nga po ako nagtataka kung bakit kailangan pang yung 30 days na lumaban yung Pilipinas, kung sakaling salakayin tayo, 30 days pa ang lilipas para makapag-response yung tulong ng US, nandyan naman sila, no? At marami pang EDCA site, no? Bukod dyan sa Subic na yan. At balita ko, ibang EDCA site ay napakalalaki rin din po.
Concept, although it is funded by the US Congress, it will be FDI, so it's a foreign direct investment concept. We can envision a private entity going about it on a commercial basis so that they can hire people on a commercial basis. Depending on the scale, initially about 200 to 300 people, highly technical people. But then there are downstream industries. Of course, they will have to build access to port facilities. It will regenerate revenue on a commercial basis for Subic. It will increase our trade flows.
By doing so, it promises to create an initial 200 to 300 highly skilled jobs, potentially stimulating local industries tied to logistics, ship repair, and defense technology. The scale...
Yan po yung sinasabi ko na trabaho na mabubuksan para sa ating mga Pilipino, no? Makakatulong po ito sa atin, no? Meron man o walang gera, makakatulong po ito.
The scale of the project highlights its importance. Historically, the former Subic Bay Naval Base sprawled across 262 square miles, serving as a linchpin of U.S. Pacific operations during the Cold War. Today, its location retains unparalleled relevance. It opens directly onto the South China Sea and sits just 100 kilometers from both Shenzhen and Taipei, putting it at the heart of Asia's most contested waters. Recent developments point to a quiet but steady U.S. return. The U.S. Marine Corps has launched a pre-positioning program in Subic, and American entities have leased a 57,000 square foot warehouse to support operations. The U.S. Naval Research Laboratory has gone so far as to describe the project as the most significant U.S. defense investment in the Philippines since the Cold War. Taken together, these details highlight that the Subic Bay Hub is more than a nostalgic revival of a past alliance. It is a forward-looking project designed to anchor U.S. and Philippine security cooperation in the 21st century. Its scale, proximity to flashpoints like Taiwan and the South China Sea, and dual economic military benefits make it one of the most consequential defense initiatives in recent Philippine history.
So hanggang dito na lang po natin, no? Puputulin ang video ni Indo-Pacific Report. Kung kayo po ay gusto niyo pong mapanood ito, punta po kayo sa channel ni Indo-Pacific Report at ang title po niya na US Return to Philippines Subic Bay with World Largest Military Base to Deter China. Yun po yung kanyang title, no? Mula kay Indo-Pacific Report. Inulit ko lang po. So, makikita po natin dito, napakagaganda po ng equipment ng US. Mapa-barko, mapa-aeroplano, mapa-land transportation sa military, no? Talagang world supremacy pa rin sila pagdating sa kapangyarihan. Kung may inaatake silang bansa, may mga bago silang lumalabas na teknolohiya, no? Na nung mga nakaraang araw na parang tila wala, hindi natin sila nararamdaman. Siguro, sinasadya po talaga nila yon para makita nila kung sino yung mga magtatangkang lumaban sa kanila. No, ngayon, nagpaparamdam ulit sila at sinasabi nila, kami pa rin ang pinakamalakas na military o sandatahan sa buong mundo. So, yun lang po, no? Napakaganda po nung video nito at marami pa po tayong mapapanood ko Indo-Pacific Report na talagang pinagtyagaan niya yung video para mapanood po natin. So, hanggang dito na lang po at maraming salamat po. Ito po ang Avoy Mix Videos. Hanggang sa muli.